Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Hey, 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 hey. Hola, people. How far art thou on this beautiful day? All right. We are going to finally do the pressing of the all over shirt. Woo-hoo! All right, almost forgot to clear off the heat press and turn it on. So let me do that while you guys get on. And all right, let's go ahead and all right, all right. So I'm just clearing this off while I'm waiting for you guys to waiting for people to get a notification. I actually did just share this. It's a Friday. So I did share this over on Facebook. Well, it's broadcasting on Facebook also. That way you guys can share it out. I know a lot of people inquire about this method. So I'm going to let it play on Facebook also. So go ahead and share it out. But if you guys can, it's better to show support by watching over on YouTube. That's the best way to show support, is to watch it on there. Because YouTube gives us a little coins, when it comes to the videos. All right, hold on one second, y'all. Okay, excuse me. Sorry about that. I got a call. Let me put my phone back. Let me put it on Do Not Disturb. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. got distracted by a message. Okay, guys. So as you can see from the title screen, we are going to do an all over, or I don't like to really call it an all over. To me, all over is front and back. We're going to do a full bleed shirt, meaning the color is going to go edge to edge on the front only of this shirt. Although I could technically do the back also. Do I want to do the back? Do I want to do a full? Do I want to do an all over shirt? I don't know. Maybe. We'll think about it. Depending on how much time we have left, I just might do a all over and do front and back. All right. Okay. I'm trying to get, okay, there we go. There we go. Whoa, it finally came up on my Facebook so that I can share it out. So if you guys, I shared it out on Facebook, or I broadcast it on Facebook for you guys to share. If I can't get, I mean, this is a great tutorial. It's free. People charge a lot of money for we do have the full-on class as far as how to design it. But even to get this part, people charge a lot of money for it. This is a free live where you can actually ask questions. So it's like a mini class where you guys can ask questions. So if you are watching over on Facebook, share. As you see more people come on, ask them to share because I'm not always going to see it. Let's see if we can get the Facebook post to at least 20 shares, guys. Come on, we can do it. This is something that a lot of people ask about. So if we can get the Facebook post to 25 shares, I will greatly appreciate it. Oh, wait, you know what? Let's also add it to Honestly Speaking's Facebook page. So I'm going to add it to Honestly Speaking's Facebook page also. So let's get those up. Let's get at least 25 shares on the live broadcast that is on Facebook. And then, of course, also share from YouTube also, all right? I'm going to help y'all out, and I'm going to share out to a couple of places. Let's select all and copy. All right, let's get this all shared out. All right, I shared it out. I kind of got you halfway there. So you guys can continue to share out to get it the rest of the way. Let's get the shares up on this broadcast. All right. If you can safely share to a group, don't get kicked out of a group, but definitely try to share the broadcast out. All right. So there we go. Thank you, Stacia, for sharing. Thank you, Pat, for sharing. Appreciate it. All right. So that has gone out. All righty. So normally I give you guys a 30-second break, but I was distracted by some messages. So we're going to get right into this. Just to make sure my lips are not dry. All right. Hello, everybody. Good evening. It is technically day 27. We did the day 27 earlier. This is the banner still says 27 because I had worked on the one for today and then I changed the title. But this was supposed to be on Sunday, day 22. So it still says day 22 in the title. That way, once you guys go back and look for it, if you're matching it up with the calendar, you are able to find this particular video. So the title still does say day 22. And in the description, it says day 22. But of course, today is the 27th. But on Sunday, everything went wrong that could go wrong. So I just was like, forget it. And I just couldn't do it on Sunday. So we are here. For those of you who took the class on how to design it, I'm sorry if I held you guys up to where you had everything printed and you were just waiting for this part, but hopefully the video on was that Tuesday, I think, on how to do oversized items with the 2720. Hopefully that one helped because it's going to be pretty much the same type setup. The only difference is going to be me putting the large craft paper down and taping it down and all that kind of good jazz. So that's really going to be the only difference in this setup compared to Tuesdays. I think it was Tuesday I did the 2720. Only difference. All right. So we're not going to design, guys. I have a class on that. So if you are interested in learning how to design and set these designs up, make your own templates and all of that via Silhouette Studio, because that's the program that I teach. The class is on my Academy site, academy.silaholics. My mouse isn't working. academy.silaholics.anonymous.com is where you will find the class on how to design this in Silhouette Studio. So right here, it's only $50 and it was it's quite a few hours of information. Shows you how to create your own template, like from any shirt that you have so that it fits your size shirt. Gave some design tips, the easy way to print it out compared to the way that I'm going to show now. I do have a video where I show, I have another video where I show how to split it up. So I'm going to show you guys again how to split it up. I guess you can say the non-professor way, like the regular way that you would set it up in Silhouette Studio. But if you took the class, I did show a much easier way to do it without a lot of the other extra steps. So check out the course on the site. It's only $50. All the playbacks have been uploaded, so you don't have to wait to watch. As soon as you sign up for it, you are able to watch all of the playbacks. So we're going to go ahead and put that over there. If there's anyone here who attended the live class, go ahead, drop a comment, give them your feedback on how you liked or what your thoughts on the class. All right, so you can definitely go there to check that out. And everything that I'm going to use here is from, let's go over here, is from the Honestly Speaking line. So that is the sublimation paper rolls, also our sublimation ink. I am printing from an Epson 7720. I will show you guys exactly how I put it in the printer. I don't use the rear feed. I print straight from the front tray, and you guys will get to see that. I'm going to use my roll paper. However, you can do this with just sheets. You will just piece all of those sheets together. It probably would take like 5 to 6 sheets for this. I am going to print it out in 3 sheets of 13-inch wide, and I cut it down to 32 inches, and you'll see me cut that down also. All right. But all the products can be found on shop.silaholics.anonymous.com, along with our heat tape that I will be using also for this. Okay. And I forgot my intro. I am Shakia, the professor of Silaholics Anonymous. So I do classes, and I no longer say tutorials. I teach Silhouette Studio, which is the program that you use to control the Cameo, Curio portrait machines from Silhouette America, like their brand. However, I use it as a regular graphic designing software, the same way I would use Illustrator, Corel Draw, Affinity Designer, because it's just like those in that it's a vector-based program, but it also has some things in it which makes it kind of sort of like Photoshop and Affinity Photo, just a little bit. You can use it for absolutely free. Just go to Silhouette America's website and go to software, click on where it says Silhouette Studio, choose the version that you want, and then click download at the top, or just click on like the name of it and it will download it. You don't have to have a machine in order to use the program and design in it. And if you want to upgrade to any of the designer editions or like paid editions, which will unlock additional features, you can access that by clicking on the link that's in the description of this video. It will take you to Swing Design, and it's like $60 straight from Silhouette America. It's $99, so you are saving. And Swing Design often runs sales on them, so you can probably catch a sale if you're not prepared to purchase it today. The link is an affiliate link, so I will receive a small commission whenever you guys use that link to purchase your upgrades to Silhouette Studio. And to have the upgrades, you do not have to have a machine. To go to Business Edition, you don't have to have a business. It just unlocks some really cool features. All right. So that's that. Let's get right into this. Most times people use a hardboard in order to keep their image like stable. I'm not going to use that because I am using our roll of tacky sublimation paper. It is ideal for situations like this because once you press it, the shirt, it sticks to the shirt in that area. So I'm not worried about it moving around or sliding and things like that. So the tacky paper rolls are ideal for this type of setup. Like I said, I will not be using a hardboard. I'm just going to press it straight onto the heat press. But I'm going to use like craft paper. But ideally, a lot of people use the hardboards to keep it stable. And hardboard is basically just like kind of like an MDF. When you go to the hardware store, it's going to be called like a Yucca board, or it's EUCA board. It's brown, it's smooth on one side, and then like kind of like a rough texture on the other. You can have them cut it down. I recommend not having cut too big. I only recommend going out no more than 2 or 3 inches from like whatever size your heat press is. You can do it however long you want, as long as you have space to maneuver that board. But as far as like this, I recommend no more than 2 or 3 inches away from your heat press so that you can still reach the handle of your heat press. But again, I'm not going to use that. Just wanted to let you guys know that that is an option. You will also need, of course, paper, ink, and then your shirt. White polyester shirt. Not all shirts are created equal. There are some shirts that are better than others for this type of process because they lay flatter. I'm going to be using an Ultra Club shirt for this particular demonstration. There are a lot of them out there. There are some shirts that are great for sublimation, but not so great for all over, because you'll end up with a lot of white gaps and things in it because it can't lay flat because of how they stitch together the shirt. So you want to do your research, get a couple of shirts, so many different brands out there, test them out and see which one is going to lay flat and lay best for you. And it's not just Jiffy. There are some people that specialize, like blank sellers that specialize in making shirts that are ideal for a full bleed or an all over shirt. So ask around in Facebook groups and see what people recommend as far as the shirts that they use and they like that lay flat. You're also going to need tape, whether it's heat tape or you can use masking tape. I'm going to use a mixture of both because you cannot put the masking tape on your shirt. So I'm going to use heat tape for that part. But for the outside of it where it's just the paper, I'm going to use masking tape so that I'm not wasting heat tape. Heat tape is a lot more expensive than the masking tape. So that's what I'm going to use for that. And also a self-healing mat if you're going to use the paper, the rolls, that you can cut it down evenly. I recommend a large ruler or some type of straight edge so you can cut it. Of course, an X-Acto knife so you can cut it down. scissors, and just like your basic stuff, and craft paper or butcher paper. I like the craft paper, or it's the paper that they sell at the hardware store to put down to protect your floors, like if you're going to paint or you're getting your flooring done and stuff. That's what I'm going to use because it is really, really big. I can use just one sheet of that. I don't have to piece together butcher paper. So I'm going to use the craft paper. Craft paper does stink when it gets heated. So try to be in a well-ventilated area or open your window. If the smell, like you do it the first time you find the smell bothers you and stuff like that, do it in a ventilated room or open the window so that it can air out and it doesn't kind of give you a headache because you're burning paper. So let's see. Is there any other information that you guys need? I think I covered it all. But if there wasn't something that I covered that you guys had a question about, go ahead and ask your questions now. And then we're going to get started. I'm going to print it out. I'm going to show you how to cut it up, print it out. I'm going to print out the last page, and then we're going to piece it together. I messed up on my second page because I forgot to change my page size to 12.95. And so it went all the way to the edge. And then the roll that I'm using, which even told me to ask you, Mommy, did you take my roll? Because I left myself a roll of 13-inch sublimation paper. I can't find it. The only one I can find is the one that I cut down from my 24-inch. And so it's not exactly like 13. So sometimes it will shift, and I got to find my actual 13 one because that shifted, and I think that it may not line up. We're going to see how that goes. And the edge is very, very rough. Like I don't even have room to cut it down anymore. So I may end up with like not so perfect seam on one side of it because it literally printed. Like when it prints, it's supposed to print with a border on both sides, but it printed on this side right to the edge. So I'm worried about that one lining up. Yeah. And two, with it being such a rough edge, seeing that. I'm so mad about that. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. And then here's this one. So these two have been printed. I'm just going to print out the last one there. And while that's printing out, we're going to tape those two together while it is printing. Let's see. Did we share out on Facebook? Let's see. We have quite a few people watching on Facebook. Did you guys share it out? We need to get to 25 shares on Facebook. I know we can do it. We need to just share it out. Go ahead, share. So many people ask about this. I cannot believe that you guys aren't willing to share this out when people ask about it. So definitely share this out because everyone always wants to know this. I'm not a fan of doing them. I don't do them often. It's too much. It's too much work. So I'm not a big fan of it. But I have been asked on more than one occasion to show you guys how to do it. So that is what we're going to do today. But I don't like doing them. I'd rather have it printed on a really big print, like with a really big printer. I can press it in sections, but I don't like all that piecing it together and all that stuff. So that is an option for you. If you have someone locally who was able to do large prints, have them print it out for you. And then all you have to do is press it in sections. And you don't have to worry about the line of demarcation and lining up and all of that. If you, I know someone asked before, the F570 is only 24 inches. So for smaller kid shirts and things like that, you probably be able to print that all on one. I'm going to do a small adult shirt, and it still took, it's like the size of it would be wider than 24 inches. So don't be fooled in thinking that if you get the 24-inch one, you'll be able to do all overs in one print. You will need at least the 36-inch printer in order to do the majority of the shirts in one print. With the 24-inch one, you still will have to piece it together. All right. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. I did not say hello to folk. Hold on. Well, now I got to go back. It's a lot of people. Hello, all y'all. I waited too long, and now it's a whole lot of people there. Hello, y'all need to go like and follow, subscribe to both. Give out. She gives out so much information. There we go. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing. All right. So let's go over to Silhouette Studio. I don't have a 24-inch cutter. I don't have a 24-inch printer, but it will be the exact same way. You would use your program. You would split it up to the 24-inch size. You will print them in 2 pieces and tape it together the same way I'm going to do with these 13-inch pieces. Oh, wait, where'd it go? I'm sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. That's the question that I was answering. But hello, how are you from Barbados? I am doing well today. And yourself? Hey, hey, hey. All right, so let's go over to Silhouette Studio. All right, so this is the one that we set up in class. Ooh, wait a minute now. All right. So to print this out, we're going to delete this temporarily. All right, we're going to we're going to save this. So if you have Business Edition, you are able to save as a JPEG right in the program. If you don't have it, then you'll have to take a screen grab or a snippet of your shirt. It may not be... Oh my gosh, please don't tell me that that was messed up the whole time. Oh my gosh, did it print like that? Oh, yes, it did. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Alrighty, so I'm gonna have to wait for this whole thing to print over again. All right, hold on one second. That sucked big time. Big time. That sucked. Alrighty. Guess we'll be printing all of these over again, huh? Good thing I own the paper, huh? Alrighty. Let's try this again, shall we? Okay, so the size of this is 30.626 by 25.29. So I'm going to go over here to my design page and I'm going to make that 30. Well, my width is going to be 36 and my height is going to be 31. I always just round up to the next highest number. And then we're going to group this together so that it doesn't happen again. Oh, wait, you know what? Let's ungroup. I know why I ungrouped it, because this, I forgot to release the shadow on it. So when I grouped it, it did not have the shadow. All right, there we go. So now let's select it and group it together. All right, and we're going to hit this icon right here to center it to page. And then we're going to save this. So I'm going to go File, Save As, Save to Hard Drive. I'm going to go to Portable Document Format. I like to do PDF. You can do the JPEG. I like to do PDF. To me, it just comes in a lot clearer. So I'm going to go day 22 full bleed live. And hit OK. Then we're going to go and open it back up. Now you can save it as a JPEG as well. You would go through those same steps, but you would click JPEG instead of PDF. So now I'm going to go open. I'm going to go to quick access because it's going to be right there. It's going to ask me as a vector or as an image. I will choose an image and I choose 500 DPI. You can probably do you can do lower, but my default is 500 DPI. All right, see, vector or an image. We're going to go image. I'm going to go 500 DPI and import. Oh, it's going to take forever. Oh my gosh, I'm so mad at myself. All right, well, while that takes forever and a day to open up because it is a really, really big file, I'll answer any questions that you guys may have. Hello, BK Custom Made. My mom made a shirt with, or is it, well, Be Custom. I think that's, you sell files, right? I think was that yours that my mom had? My mom made a Juneteenth design, her very first shirt that she ever made with Sublimation herself, because I made her press it. If that's you, then she made it with one of your files. Oh, that's not that person? Oh, okay. Wasn't it something like that? BK, what was it? DB Customs, not BK. No, was it? What is the name of it? Not BK. Is it DB? Oh, it was DB Customs. Oh, okay. Yeah, she said DB Customs. All right. Where to go to for the giveaway? You're going to go to our website. And on here, when you're on the home screen, right here where it says enter giveaway, you're going to click on that. And then you will purchase a gift card. And purchasing the gift card automatically enters you into the giveaway. Then you can go and purchase other items if you would like from the website. You don't have to use it the same day. You can use those. Gift cards don't expire, so you can use those whenever you want. But all you have to do is purchase a gift card from the site. You will automatically be entered. You guys have until 12 noon on September 5th to enter. We will shut it down after that so that we can make sure we have all the order numbers and all the gift card numbers and all that stuff in, well, all the order numbers. And if they ordered multiples, and make sure all entries are in so that we can do the giveaway at 6:18 p.m. I will be on live a little bit earlier than that, but I will hit spin on the wheel right at 6:18, which was the time of our first official public sale. So that's where you go at to enter the giveaway. It is for an Epson 7720, the Quick Start bundle, which is the pre-filled, pre-primed cartridges, 20 milliliter syringes, 130 milliliter syringe, your wide blunt tip needles, your chip resetter, full set of 140 milliliter bottles of ink, all 4 paper types, and all 6 heat tapes. And it has already been packed. It has been sealed and waiting for the winner. And he's packing all the other ones. So I did say that I would do pigment inks for the 7720s and the 7210 we have, But the way that the system is set up, and we only have a few of them, there's really no way for me to do it where like I would have to choose just one of them and like just like make that one a pigment ink one. So we're just going to do all sublimation because it doesn't like just take away from the printers and then you can choose which setup you want. It's kind of crazy like that. So we are going to just have them all be sublimation setups, and that will be on the site. I finished everything for it. I started to put it on the site, and then I closed out by mistake, and I have to retype it all over again. But I have created all the artwork for it. It is 700. Yes, 700 for the entire set, like everything: printer, ink, paper, and heat tape. If you feel like, well, I don't want that much heat tape, that's the only way we're selling it. All right, so this has gone away, which means, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. I saw that thing down there and I knew exactly what happened. So we're going to go and click out of that. That so sucked. All righty. I knew I put too much on it. So let's just open it up again. Is the audio messed up for anyone else? Let me know if the audio is messed up for anyone else. All right, let's do this again. File, open. And then we're going to go to this file. Okay, what just happened? Oh, it's processing. All right, let's wait for that. Can you sublimate on a 50-50 shirt? You sure can. However, it will not be bright. Sublimation ink only binds to polyester, or not polyester, to synthetic fibers, which polyester is like the number one, but there are other fibers that are synthetic. Cotton is a natural fiber. So once you press to it, it is not going to bind to it. That natural fiber is going to just basically soak that up, and that will wash out. With the more times you wash it, it'll kind of come out of the cotton shirt. So you can, but it's going to be a very washed out vintage look. I downloaded an editable file from Creative Fabrica. It is an ESP. I mostly use Photoshop, but I don't have the option to edit it on there. How or where can I edit the file? Do you have Business Edition or ESP, EPS, ESP or EPS file? Okay, so it is open. All right, so we're going to go as an image, import. This is another reason why I don't like to do this. I prefer my way because this way takes forever. So now we got to wait for this mess again. Oh, come on. And then here, oh, I can't, it's not even gonna let me do that. I can't even show you how to go file open because you can't do anything while it is uploading. YouTube, subscribe and like the channel. Sharing is caring. You will learn so much with Shakia. Thank you for that. All right, any other questions for me? Because now we have to wait for this to load again. So feel free to ask your questions. If you missed the live yesterday, we did socks. If you missed the live earlier today, we did this water bottle, or kind of like it's supposed to be like a beer one, with the mug press. Showed you how to create a template for it. So I created this template on the live. We have this tumbler, which is a straight wine tumbler. What is on the back of here? So it's not domed out right here. It domes at the bottom, but for the most part, it's straight. This came from Glow's No W Custom Creations. So Glow's without the W Custom Creations. And then this one came from Patrice, Dynamic Ink, but Dynamic Print Supply on Etsy. I'm not sure she has them on there or she had just got a few of them, but I like this water bottle. It has a very wide mouth though. Like, I'm not a fan of wide mouth ones. I just like the way that it's very, very lightweight, but it is a wide mouth top to it. I'm not a big fan of those. Like, I mean, it's okay for smoothies when I'm working out for stuff like that and thicker things, but I darn near dry. I'm a klutz. I will darn near dry myself if I put just water in here. And that is very lightweight. All right, so it's open. Yeah, okay, if it's a EPS. So with that one, you would just go File. Well, let's see if it'll let me do it. I have to wait for this. It's up, but it's not up. If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Oh, come on. We only have an hour before Patrice comes on. This is why I was trying to print it out ahead of time. Now I have to print out this side over again, and I still have to print this side. Come on. Okay, so when you go File, Open, it will, when you have Business Edition, if you come here to All Files, it'll tell you all of the files that you can open. And, oh, I thought EPS files were, oh, it is right here. There it is. EPS files is right here. So you can open that in Silhouette Studio and use it. Let's see. It can, depending on how it's designed, it can come in kind of funky. The best program to open it in is Illustrator. That's going to be your best option, but you can open it. But some of them do come into Silhouette Studio kind of funky if it has a lot of elements to it. But you can just open. You don't have to go to all files. I'm just showing you these are all the files that you can open once you have Business Edition. So there, or Illustrator. Oh, hey, Hans. Wait, she says, I'm going to give you more in the sub mason jars. I don't like the water bottles. That's why I don't have them on my Etsy. Well, I like they're really lightweight. I mean, the only thing that happened with these is you can't get all the way to the top edge now because you can't put it in the oven. So not being able to get all the way to the top edge because it starts to curve. But other than that, I mean, I thought it was cool. And it's really, really lightweight. All right. Am I sending out a link for it? No. It will be on the Academy site. I was trying to get it set up. I had to try and eat. Y'all know I forget to eat when I'm on here all day. I finished that live. Barely got a chance to finish up some thumbnails and stuff, but it is going to be on the Academy site. You will have to kind of pay for it because I want to deter crazies from joining. So it'll be on the Academy site. You just purchase access to the class and it'll have the link for tomorrow on there. Because I'm also trying to, somebody said 9 o'clock. I'm not doing 9 o'clock, maybe around like 7-ish. I'm not trying to be on to no dang on 11 o'clock at night like it's a club. So I'm thinking more so 7-ish Eastern Standard Time. All right, so let's cancel that out. So now we have this open, right? This is like big like this. I don't need the big one anymore. I'm going to take this down to 12.95. That means that the other one isn't going to line up. 12.95 by 32. Oh my gosh, this is going to so not be great. All right, then we're going to make a box and we're going to make that 12.95 by, I'm going to make this one 33 only because I want a little extra gap. And then we're going to, go to offset, do an internal offset for the print bleed area. I don't want this to mess up again, so I'm going to take it in just a little bit more. Oh, wait, I can't. I don't want to have to print page 2 over, so I have to leave it like this. All righty. So I'm going to put this here. And then we're going to duplicate it again. So I'm going to hold down Control, hit my arrow key to duplicate it to the right, and then bring it back over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm going to duplicate that to the right again. So hold down Control, hit my right arrow key, or you can use the replicate functions here to duplicate to the right. And excuse me. And then we're going to take this back using our keyboard, the arrow key, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that moves back like that. Then we're going to make a couple copies of this. So I'm going to duplicate. I select everything, duplicate it to the right, and then duplicate it again. All right. So now I'm going to delete these extra boxes. So I'm going to go straight. I'm going to go down here, these inside two. Well, from here, I'm going to go from this one to the inside and hit delete. And then here, I'm going to go from this end one right here all the way across to the middle and delete. I now have a box over here in the middle and on the end on this side. I'm going to select this one, go over to modify and crop. Select the middle one, crop. Select this one, crop. Then we take this and center it to page. And go File, Print. We're going to go to Preferences. I already have my preset set. I do have a video that goes over all of my print settings. Really highly recommend that you go watch that one to see the full video of my settings. But I'm going to go down to my 13-inch sub roll setting. Even though I'm only doing 32 inches of paper, I still leave it at 47 inches long. And it says 13, but if you ever click on it, it is actually, oh, wait, is that why? No, okay, wait. 13-inch sub roll, there we go. It is actually 12.95 by 47.24. So I'm going to cancel that. So that's what's there. Plain paper, bright white, quality, quiet mode on, more options, high speed on, mirror, Adobe RGB 1.8 -5, maintenance, extended settings, -15, thick paper envelope. You can check out the video for the slowed down version of that. So we're going to hit OK and then print. I'm going to let that one spool. I'm going to send the next one to print also. That way it prints right after this. And I thought that I was going to be able to tape these together while the last page printed, but because we have to wait for this one to print, yeah, we're going to have more Q&A, I guess. All right, so we're going to move this one out of the way, and then we're going to click on here, center this to page, and then go File, Print. And I pray to God that this lines up, because now this is a totally different size. And the other one shut down. Lord, I hope this, let me see how much space is on this. See, I don't have time for this to mess up. Let me look at this real quick and see where it is. Oh, it's way far over because the R is there. That's the whole E. Wait, was this the right one? Oh, I don't want to have to print all these over again, but I don't think it's going to line up. We're going to see. I'm going to print these first, and if I have to go back and print the middle one, I will, but I am not a happy camper right now. All I have to do is just hit print on that one. Okay. Let's cut this paper down that was already cut down, and now I have to cut another sheet. Let's cut this down so we can get this to start printing. Okay. We're going to switch over to the other camera. I don't know why it's showing so dark on this camera. Okay. And I was trying to be proactive, and I have the other roll. I left that in the living room. I didn't even bring it in here. This was an extra piece because there was a little bit of ink on the bottom of this. So I'm going to line this up on my mat. And I'm going to cut it down to 47 inches. Not 47, 32. Well, my camera won't change. I don't think it'll go at this angle. So all I'm doing is just lining my ruler up, and I'm just going to cut across. But that's like a weird angle. So I'm just going to put this back up here the way it was. Oh, wait, that has no blade in it. All right, I have to grab the paper anyway. 1 second. All right, let me just put a blade in this one. Put this over here. Yeah, this is not going to allow me to really, okay, I guess like that. There we go. So I'm just putting it on here. You're just not going to be able to see where I'm cutting it at. I'm just going to 32 inches because that's what I set my page to. And I'm just using my straight ruler to make sure that that is straight. And just in case this middle section does not line up, I'm going to be very proactive and cut out this other sheet just in case this middle section does not line up. All right. All is cut down. Okay, now that that's cut down, let me set the camera up where you can see how I'm going to put this in the printer. All right, hold on. The way I have to set this up, you have to give me a second. It's going to go back to the title screen. All right, I know it's a weird angle. It's just the way that it is. Let's see, maybe if I tilt it like that, it'll straighten up some. Okay. So it is telling me that I have a paper mismatch. That is going to happen because I'm printing to a 32-inch sheet of paper. So it is going to tell me I have a paper mismatch. When you get this, excuse me, let me cut in front of y'all. You're going to hit done. If you have another one, the wording will be a little bit different. And like if you have the 7210, if you have the Eco Tanks, the wording is a little bit different. It'll tell you it's a paper mismatch. It'll ask you, do you want to continue? Like, do you want to use the setting that's there? It'll say continue printing, change setting, or cancel. You want to hit change. When it gives you that, you want to hit change. Or on the 7210, it asks you, do you want to use like the setting that it's set to on the printer? You just hit no. And I think it just prints, or it might give you another option. I always forget. I have to remember again when I go to my mom's house. But this one, it'll say paper mismatch. You want to choose the bottom option because it'll say user defined plain paper. That's what I love about the 7720s is that it's full color and you can see exactly what you're setting. You know, you're clicking on. It tells you the size. So I'm going to click on that. It's going to say load the paper. So we take this out. And you just make sure that it is all the way out. So this part here, you just pull it all the way out. This part here, just pull that all the way out. Okay? We're going to take our paper, print side down. The print side is the rough side, or when it's on the roll, it's the front side of it. It has a little shine to it. It's a little bit rougher than the other side. The other side doesn't have a shine to it. The front of this does. So we're going to put that just rest it inside the tray, right there to the top. I use my thumbs and I hold the paper down like this and then just slide it into the tray. There's a little arm in there that's going to pick it up and it'll catch it. Then you just hit print. It's going to pull through. And start to print. That's it. I load it through the front. I don't go through the rear at all, straight through the front. All right, let's go ahead and get the next one set up to print. So we're going to move. Oh, it's already here. Oh, wait, I already sent this one to print. So we're good on that one. That one already got sent to print. So I'll just load the next one once that one is done. All right, let's see. I do my tumblers and mugs in the oven. I just received a roll of your paper, so I haven't done a tumbler yet. Do you think I would still need to use my usual time of 6 minutes? Certain colors, like if it's blacks, it's anywhere from, like if it's like dark colors, 5 to 6 minutes, but at 375 degrees. Lighter colors, I'm able to sub at like 3.5, 4 minutes. And some people even do 350 degrees for 6 minutes. So you have to just really figure out your oven because some are bigger than others. So when it's smaller, the heat is circulating right on top of the item. So you may not need it to be as long of a time and as high of a heat. Hello, I am new to sublimation, but excited about it because of you. Oh, thank you for that. I used a light gray in my design, which came out a light purple. Any suggestions on how to get a true gray? Color charts. If you are putting them in yourself, you absolutely have to use color charts. So you see the grays here. So you'll have to choose a gray. So you want to get the color chart and then plug that color into your program, whichever one you're using that allows you to put in hex codes. That is going to be the only way. Or find something that has gray in it, like an image. And once you print it out and you know that it's giving you grays, so you would print that out, sub it. If it's giving you grays, sample one of those colors, one of those versions of gray. Oh, so you say you always use 350 for 6 minutes. Like I said, we're known as like 3-minute tumblers. I can do tumblers in 3 minutes, but some people do 6, some people do 5. So anywhere between 3 and 6 minutes, you have to figure out what works best for your oven. Wait, you're talking about the water bottle. How are you so far behind, mommy? Yeah, because she said open the window. You are so far behind. So that's printing out. Any other questions while that is printing? That seems huge. Why does that seem bigger than the one that's here? Look here. Don't tell me I'm printing out the wrong file. Oh, gosh. This is seeming too much right now. Hold on. That seems huge. It seems bigger than... Maybe not. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's because I have more... I really think that cut wrong. I think that's sized, and I forgot to check the size. I really think that this is sized up wrong. I really, really do. Yeah, it's sized wrong. Which means it's going to fall off of this small. When I went back to do it, that was the wrong size for this shirt. I'm like, why do I have so much of the shoulder? It's wrong. That's why. It's going on this shirt. I don't care. It's going on this small shirt. I'm not getting up to go for another one. Any other questions? We're just going to wait for this to print and me to be depressed. Which means I have to print the middle one too, because that's the wrong size from how it was before. Just lovely. I'm so mad at myself. All right, let's go over to the other camera again. You'll see me load the next one in sheer disappointment in the fact that this is too large. I'm going to compare this to this one. Oh, no. It just lined up in a different spot this time. But that means I'm going to have to print the middle section over. All right. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. It's going to give me the paper mismatch. We're going to go done. We're going to go plain paper. Pull it out. Put the paper in. Always pinch it with my thumbs. Push it in. Make sure that it actually gripped, because that sounded a little bit weird. Hit print. And it pulls. Alrighty, let's go ahead and send the middle one. Just in case, because that way it's already spooling, just in case it doesn't line up. So we're going to take this one and center it to page. And go file, print, and print. But I'll wait till this side prints out. I'll put it with the one that I have. And if it lines up, then I'm okay. If it doesn't, then I'll let this print out. All right, since you guys have no question, it is time for a commercial break. This live is brought to you by the letters H, S, I, N, and K. And by the numbers 3, 6, and 5. OMG, I'm so good, babe. I do want to point out, though, that you can click right here to get to our Facebook group. So click on there. It'll take you to the Honestly Speaking 365 Facebook group. And on our site, we have the giveaway that you can enter up until Sunday, the September 5th. We carry, oh, I have no idea why it won't disable it. I have cleared out my schedule, yet it is still letting people book stuff. I think I'm just going to go. I have to go in. I don't want to disable it. I mean, like totally, but it's not supposed to let you book. It's supposed to give a message. But I do offer one-on-one sessions via Zoom. However, I am not doing any until after Silaholics Anonymous month. So I do want to put that out there. This is to get directly to the Academy site, and this will take you to my Silaholics Anonymous YouTube channel. We offer heat tape from 1/2 inch to 6 inches. It's great for tumblers, the wider tapes, so that you can get nice, even wraps with tape instead of doing like the little strips of masking tape. OMG, you got to be kidding me. Oh, God, you got to be kidding me. Oh, God, this is, it wasn't meant for me to do this darn shirt. It was not meant for me to do this shirt. It really was not meant for me to do this shirt. Now, I don't understand how the first one printed correctly and then this one did not. It really was not meant for me to do this shirt. I messed up my whole little commercial break. I have no idea. None whatsoever. None whatsoever idea in how it just printed in landscape mode. I really don't know how it did that. File, print. Let's go here. How you got to landscape, I have no idea. Let's go to portrait. Make sure that you're checking those settings. How did this get on this? I have no idea. How it went to landscape, I don't know. But now we're just going to hit OK. And we're going to print. And we're going to cancel the other one that we sent because that was probably in landscape too. Here's hoping that this lines up so that I don't have to print another one. So here's to hoping the middle section lines up so that I don't have to print another one. All righty, let's try this. Good thing I did cut another piece, huh? Let's try this again. Done. Plain paper. Push it all the way to the back. And push that in. Print. Oh, okay, come on. Here. Woo! He's asked me to put on his. Sorry, the little one came in the room. All righty. Let's see. She says the commercial break is too funny. Thank you for sharing so much with us. Even when you make a misstep, we learn. That's the joys of live video. Patrice, you and the professor should start selling sublimation blank shirts. She's the blank seller. You heard that? You heard that, Miss Craftable? Some of us are old enough to know the commercial break reference. No, no, I know. I mean, that's the other side. So once that prints out, I am going to see if I can put the middle section in there, but I have to print the other side out first. I can't believe you guys have no questions. That is kind of weird. You guys have no questions about this process. Either I'm doing a really great job or, yeah. Man, you guys didn't share it out on Facebook. There is all of 7 people watching on Facebook. I mean, it's a lot of y'all on both YouTube, especially honestly speaking. But Facebook, y'all didn't share it out because it's only 6 people. Well, I shared it out too. So I guess people either they just came over to the YouTube one or I don't know, maybe they get approved in certain groups or they got deleted from certain groups. All right, well, we're just going to sit here and look at and y'all will watch me. No, there are no questions. Because we just have to wait for that to print out. With a 15 by 15, you would not be able to do a 2X shirt because you only have 30 inches of space. So you would not be able to do it with your 15 by 15. She says, I don't have questions because your girl will never do this unless it fits on a 13 by 19 sheet. I don't like doing them either. I'm doing it for the people. I do not like doing these. Oh, well, I'm not going to print other stuff. No, I mean, just asking questions. Yeah, I'm not going to, because I still have to wait for that to print. So how do I get the measurements for the shirts? I have a class that I did on last week. You can still purchase it. It is $50. I show exactly how you go about making your own template. So that is in a class that I have there. But I will tell you, it involves taking a picture of your shirt and then tracing it in Silhouette Studio and entering the measurements. I don't know who upset the little one. Exactly, right? He obviously has a question. Gosh, here's to hoping that this lines up with this middle section. What is the difference in the Epson 7720 and the 7210? Can the 7210 be converted? Asking since Amazon has the 7210. All Epson printers can be made into sublimation printers. All Epson printers can be made into sublimation printers. The only difference between the 7210 and the 7720 is that the 7210 is not an all-in-one, and it doesn't have a full digital screen like this color screen. It has a just a regular, it's not analog, but it's just like a regular, not full color screen, and it's not an all-in-one, so it's just a printer. I don't know because I haven't set it up. The day that I could set it up, I was not able to, and then now it's this month started, and I just haven't been able to get in there to set it up. Alrighty, let's go ahead and get this set up on the table. Alrighty, so we're gonna go up and like that. All right, let's see if this is going to line up or if I'm going to have to reprint the middle section. I know over there I'm good because it's actually way too much. That has a lot of overlap. The issue, maybe this side. Oh, actually, it's too big. It's too much overlap. Oh, I have a good problem. Alrighty then. All right, let's just make sure. Where is my shirt? Because that just seems kind of weird that it's that much bigger. Like it's like that much space. I guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, so this middle section here was printed way too big. But that also means I can make that side a little bit straighter. You definitely don't want this much overlap. It's supposed to be a little bit like this literally has the entire R, and then this part is here. So I don't want that much. I'm going to cut off a significant amount of this just so that I can get it to line up. So it goes all the way to the dot on this side. So I'm going to put this down and I'm going to cut it to right where the tip of the R is. And that way I can line that up over there. So that's how I'm going to do this one. And then we'll trim that side down so that I can line it. But that's like, I can see the whole thing there. So that is a big gap. So we'll just trim. Or maybe I should just trim this side because I have to trim both. I'll trim. And maybe I should just trim this on both sides and then let these stay as is. I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so this one will stay as is. So let's put this over here. This one, I only need to trim away because this is too much, like space, the white space. So I'm going to trim that down to where I don't have that much white space. It doesn't have to be super straight. I'm just trimming away the extra white space, which that's still a lot. It's okay. All right. Now, this one, I have like a lot of area I can trim down because it overlaps so much. All right, let me move all this stuff out of the way. Oh, well, not you. I need you. I'm normally doing this on my floor. Yeah, so I have so much space. I'm going to trim this to like right at the edge of, you know what, I pray that this actually fits on here. I don't think this is going to fit. I really think that this is, oh yeah, this is definitely wrong. Oh, I got to print the middle section. It doesn't like if I put this here, it doesn't line up in any way, shape, or form. Ah, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Yeah, so that's the right one. This doesn't line up. Oh, and it was off anyway. The O was down. That's why it doesn't line up. This is, it was moved. So we got... I don't think it was ever meant for this live to happen. It messed up on Sunday. Everything broke on Sunday. And then today, everything is just printing out wrong. I don't think it was meant for me to do this live. Y'all better pray that the feed don't go out. And I probably don't spoken into existence. Lord Jesus, Lord, don't let the feed go out. Look here, Comcast. I'm going to need y'all to cooperate. Everything else is going haywire. So please, Internet, behave and work with your girl. All right, let's send this to print again. All right, I'm going to move this. We're going to center to page. File prints. Let's make sure that it's not on landscape, and it went back to landscape. I don't know why it's jumping back to landscape. Current portrait. Well, let's make sure everything else is where it should be. Okay. Yep. Okay. Make sure it's on portrait. And print. Ah. All right, let me go ahead and just put that in. okay. Here's hoping that the 30,000 time is the charm, you know? Okay, let's see. Do you use Creative Fabrica much? What? Yes, I do. All the time. I got an email for a yearly subscription deal of $24.99. Take it. I use it all the time. Make sure that it's for that and not per month like that, because it's normally $29 per month. Supposed to be preparing for Hurricane Ida, but I'm on here getting educated. Louisiana. Man, I haven't even watched like the news, but I didn't even realize there was another hurricane out there after Henri. Another storm, should I say. Well, buckle down. I pray everything is safe, and I'm not sure what category it's supposed to be, but hopefully it's just, well, the crazy thing is the lower the number, the more water it is. So it's like, especially tropical storms, that's more water than it is wind. So it's like a 2 is probably, you know, that's not a good thing to say, but it's, when it's a lower number, it's actually more rain, which is bad for Louisiana. Do you have cut settings? Every machine is different. I do recommend that you do tests on yours. When I'm doing print and cuts with it, I normally use I think like a blade, either 4 or 5, force, like a 22, speed 5 or 6 is what I think I normally use. But you want to test yours, because I use a ratchet blade with my 4. So if you're using the auto blade, it's going to be totally different. If you're using another machine, it's going to be totally different. So you really want to test it. Yes, definitely be safe. Like, let's see. Really? Thank you. Craft blades are just utility blades, like X-Acto knives. So they're used to cut paper down. That's all they're for. So, oh, you mean for the machine? The craft blades, as far as, it's just the X-Acto knife base. It's still the same thing. It's an X-Acto knife. So it's like thicker materials and stuff like that. It's just it's like an X-Acto knife. I had to think about what you're referring to as far as the machine. All right, we're just waiting for it to print out. No questions for me, even general questions? All right. For some reason, this one, whenever it goes all the way to the edge, it's cutting it off. So I think I'm going to change my inset. Instead of 0.125, I'm probably going to do like 0.15 or 0.2 for that middle one, so that it's not so close to the edge. because if it shifts a little bit, it's printing all the way to the edge. Well, that's way off from what this. I mean, I figured y'all guys would ask some questions about sublimation. I use Foamworks for like different ones. I don't use a hot wand for cutting foam board. I basically, like, if you're just talking about just cutting out foam board, like the Elmer's one, I don't use a hot knife or anything like that. I use straight blades, X-Acto knives. That's it. Now for circles or rabbit cutter, I use Foamworks products. But just to cut out foam board for centerpieces, selfie frames, stuff like that, even like the numbers, I just use regular old straight blades. The frosted ones I got from Johnson's Plastics Plus. And there is the code. But they're like wine tumblers. They're not regular tumblers. They're just the wine, the stemless wine tumblers. My code gets you 15% off of your orders. All right, it's almost done. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to this one so that we are ready to go once it finished printing out. It's almost done. Oh, wait, I have to cut this down. So let's put this back over here for now. I still have to cut the edges off of the one that's printing out. Whoa. If you were doing an all-over onesie, would you print more than one sheet so that it lays down flat? It depends on what size you're doing. Really, only with 13 by 19, only I think 3 to 6 and maybe 6 to 9 months can be done with one sheet of 13 by 19 paper. Other than that, you have to piece. You're going to have parts of it that sticks out, so you're going to have to use more than one sheet anyway. Only because a 12-month onesie does not fit on a, even if it's snapped, it does not fit on a 13 by 19. As far as opening it, I open mine. I cannot stand the fact that like you close it and then like where it sits. So I prefer to have mine open so that the design on the back goes there. And then that part connects because it's connecting underneath their crotch anyway. So I normally do it to where it's opened up. So I'm going to cut down this one and then put this on top of the other ones since it printed so close to the edge anyway. And it's still a lot of overlap. a whole lot of overlap. All right. We are going to cut up. I guess I should have done this while I was waiting. Duh, Shakia. I'm just cutting up a couple pieces of masking tape. You can use heat tape, as I stated. So we're just going to put the tape on that side. Flip it over. And then line our print up, which, let's see. I'm going to cut a little bit off of this side just because it's not straight. And I have some extra wiggle room. So I want that line to be nice and straight. So I'm going to cut off a little bit on that side. Because I have quite a bit of room to work with here. I don't want to go too far. All right, hopefully I didn't go too, it slipped. So hopefully it didn't go too far over. Oh yeah, I still got a lot of space. Probably still have too much space. All right. I didn't ask you to stick. I kind of like to start from the middle. So I'm going to get this to line up. This is the part that takes forever, is getting this to line up perfectly. right, once you have it lined up, you flip it over. You can use heat tape or masking tape. Either one of them will work. Where did my masking tape go? And I just put it over it to really get a good seal on where it lines up at. Over the seam. So now we're going to take this side, and I still don't like all of that, and then it's going to go over quite a bit more. I did cut off too much. Uh-oh. We got to put our tape on this one. Oh no, actually had a lot of overlap. It just looked like it wasn't enough. Uh-oh. Hold on. All right, for some reason, my S is not lining up. Okay, this is best I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna put a little piece of tape on the top part because I feel like this is gonna move when I flip it. So just put a little piece there just to make sure that it does not move once I flip it. Now, if you were doing multiple sheets, my recommendation would be to do all of your top row and then all of your bottom row and then line the top and the bottom together. Alrighty. I need to cut my little piece for in here so that I don't get ink on the inside. So I'm going to grab my butcher paper. So I did that so I know like where, so it'll actually go in through there, but I'm going to come down some. So I want it to go down. So I'm going to cut like where that is. But I'm going to come back up to right where the inside of that collar is. Just so that it doesn't, I don't have to like fiddle with it too much. So it's going to fit right. I cut a little bit too much there. I went in too much. All right. That's okay. We just going to cut another little piece. And I'm just going to tape it to it. Because if you make it too big, it's really hard to maneuver it around in there. So I kind of just trace it, and so I know where to kind of come back up to, but I want it to be longer so that it doesn't come out. You can freestyle it too. I'm a little bit extra. All right, so that's going to stay in there. All right. Okay, for me, some people don't do this. I remember, I am not using a hardboard. So this can easily shift around because I am not using a hardboard. So I need to tape my shirt down in a few places to make sure that it does not move. For those that took my class, this is what I was saying where I'm gonna put a piece on and sandwich it, but I have to keep it from moving. And this is because I don't use a hardboard. Oh, let me see. This part does come down a little bit, so let me grab another sheet of butcher paper just so that I can kind of put it in here. Some people do this step, some people don't, because the ink will just be on the inside of the back part of the shirt. So you can choose to protect it or not protect it. That is totally up to you. All right, hold on, let me clear this out. Okay, yeah, it should fit in there. It's actually not long enough. Oh, come on. It's really only the middle that's coming down anyway, so. All right, I'm good on that. So like I said, I like to put a little bit of heat tape around mine just to keep it in place. You cannot use masking tape for this part because it will be sticky on your shirt once you heat it up. So it must be heat tape. And if you're using a hardboard, you won't really have to worry about this because you're going to lay it flat anyway, and it's not going to move. But I'm not using a hardboard at all for this. Because I don't have the space for a hardboard. All right, that step is done. And now I need to trim around it because, again, I'm not using a hardboard. Actually, I could have trimmed this on the next one. I need to trim it now, too, after I put the craft paper on it. Now I roll out my craft paper. Uh-oh. Y'all see all my foolishness. So this is craft paper. It's the really big one for floors, so I don't have to piece it together. Oh, I'm so used to doing this on the floor where I have more space. Trying to do this where I can show y'all on my table is kind of hard. I'm just going to bend this back so that it doesn't curl on me again. Put a little crease in that. Now I'm going to put this on top of here. Sorry, all the papers in your ear because the microphone is right here. Now, if you had a hardboard, you would put this brown paper or butcher paper on top of your hardboard, and then you will put your shirt down. You won't have to do really anything else. And then you can move it around. So when you're pressing it, I'm going to try and move up some like that. When you're pressing it, you would move around this actual brown paper and rotate it. I don't recommend rotating your board. You want to just rotate the brown paper or butcher paper, whatever you have yours on. All right. Gotta make sure I'm all the way on my brown paper. Because I don't have a hardboard to put this on, I have to be able to lift this to take it to my heat press. If I just have it like this, it's huge. It's going to fall all over the place. So I have to tape it down just to make sure that it doesn't move. So I just kind of tape it along the top and along the sides. And I'm basically just sandwiching it in here. If you are not using the tacky rolls, you want to take your tape to ensure that it does not move. You want to take your tape, if you are just using sheets of paper that are not tacky when it presses, you want to tape around the whole thing. Whether you are using a board or not, I recommend taping around the entire perimeter of the shirt if you are using regular sublimation paper. That's going to prevent it from shifting as you are rotating it. Because if it happens to slip or anything like that, it can mess up your print. So I do recommend taping it down. All right, I'm going to see if I can adjust this just a little bit so that you can see more of what I am doing. Okay. So this is me just securing it for me so that I can lift it up and actually take it to my heat press because I don't have it on a solid surface. I rather waste, this whole roll is like what, $1.50. I rather waste a bunch of masking tape than have my shirt shift on me as I'm transporting it. So for me, this is nothing. It may seem like a lot. It's like a lot of tape. I really don't need to do this in, but I'm going to do that side anyway. But I rather waste 10 cents worth of tape or a couple cents because that's only $1 and some change for that roll versus having this shift on me as I'm moving it to my press. And I don't like to have all the extra, so I'm going to cut it down. Because my space is tight. If you have room for your heat press, you won't have to do a lot of these steps. My heat press is right on my wall. So I don't have the extra space for all of this extra paper. So I'm going to cut it down. And I don't like how this looks over here. I feel like it's going to shift on me as I'm picking it up. So let's go ahead and just take that down for safe measure. All right, I'm ready to take this over to the heat press now. So leave this here and grab it from the other side. All right, let's go to the heat press. All right, the one thing that I did not do was check my pressure. So I'm just going to put this shirt here, which I'm actually good because that's at a 1. I know that I'm good. You can use your pressing pillows or like your foam sheets for this. This can help where the seams are. This can help. It is best if it is cut to the size of your, if you're not going to do it without a hardboard, it's cut to the size of it. If you're using a hardboard, have it be cut to the size of your hardboard. That way it will absorb where that seam is, especially where the collar is, and you'll get a nice even press. I'm not going to worry about it because this is just a small shirt and it's just for demonstration purposes, but you can put foam down so that it will absorb the different levels where the shirts are overlapped. All right. So I'm going to start by tucking my shirt down in my little corner over here. Because again, my heat press is on the wall, basically. So I'm going to tuck it down in this little hole. Wait, what are you stuck on? This is extra for me because my heat press is on the wall. I need it to go. There we go. I just need it for it to go on the side of my heat press, and it's like a little gap right there, just so that I can sit it on here. All right, you want to make sure that your shirt is actually on the heat press. This is why it's good to trim it down, because if you have all that extra paper, you're not sure if it is on the actual heat press. But mine is. So my shirt is down here. So we are ready to go. We're going to press the first side. I could have used a little bit more pressure. Actually, a 1 is really good. I'm actually going to take up a little bit. So we'll lift this up. Dang, how is it still on the 1? Too much. Okay. 2 is good. I just wanted to compress it a little bit more. All right, this is already pressed, so I'm good on that. I'm going to just shift this over. I'm going to leave a little bit of overlap. So this line will still be on my heat press. So I have a little bit of overlap. Go ahead and push that in. and press. Can I do this in Silhouette Basic program? So you can do it. You just have, you wouldn't be able to save it as a PNG or a PDF or a JPEG. You would have to take a snippet to get your design. And then we're going to pull this over to the last part of the top section. This lets me know that I am not going to be a fan of all over things either, but the technique seems applicable to other projects. It is. I showed how you can do oversized prints for like big blankets. What's those things? The welcome mats for 16 by 16 pillows, for different things like that as far as taping it together. So now I'm just going to rotate this. And for those who were in the class, this is what I was saying. When you cut it down, you know, now, like if you just had that big piece, you would be limited. If you have the 15 by 15, that piece will be way back there. So you will be limited in how far you can go in. But without that, I can now take this back really, really far, and I can actually get the entire bottom part all in one press, most likely. Yeah. I should be able to get this whole bottom half of the shirt in one press. Because this is a small. Let me make sure that my shirt is all under the heat press. Yeah, I should be good. I think all of my shirt ended up under the heat press on this one. Yeah, I should be good on the bottom. So that was 4 presses for this one, because I was able to turn it and just do it sideways because I cut it down. If it was still on a hardboard, you would have to print it in sections to get around to the other side. All right, so my shirt's there. Yep, I got the bottom there, and I got over here. Perfect. So I'm done on this one. I was about to turn this off, but I have a shirt to do right after this. So let's go ahead, put this over here, switch the camera. So you'll see here that my shirt, if I peel this up, my shirt is stuck to my sublimation paper. Because it is tacky paper. The tack is activated once you press it. So see, it's stuck to it. That's why I wasn't worried about it shifting. Oh, wait a minute. Did I get right there? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, no, I did. I could have smoothed it out right there. I see a little white spot, but that is a given with these shirts. So, you're ready? Well, let me give you a little suspense. I'm going to take off all the heat tape and see how it peels. 30 seconds each press. So that's another joy of our paper. You wouldn't have to do, it's already a long process. So imagine having to sit there for 45 to 60 seconds or 50 to 60 seconds for each one of those presses. So our paper makes it a little bit of an easier or quicker process because you're able to sublimate in just 30 seconds. All right. Y'all ready? Let's see, which way should we do this? I think we should do it this way. So I'm going to note my seam is right here. This is right here at this A. So you guys can see where my seam should be. What seam? So right here, let's see. My seam should be about right here. Do you see the seam? All right, let's switch over to the other one so I can just show you. I can see it up here a little bit in the color. I can actually see it right there. But other than that, it's perfect. All right, let's switch over to, whoa. All right. Let's see. What size ruler is that? Wait, what size is that ruler and where'd you get it from? It is a drywall T-square. It is actually 42 inches long, but they have some that's smaller. If you're going to do large shirts, you want the larger ruler because they have a smaller T-square that's like 30 inches. Then, of course, you have yardsticks that's 36 inches, but that is a drywall. No, not 42, 48. It's 48 inches. It's a drywall T-square and any hardware store. I'm tired of being afraid of not doing this pillow. Baby girl, do that pillow. I was talking about to split in half. Wait, what? Which part? Hold on. What was your other question? Oh, yes, because it's just cropping. Oh, I see yours now. Yeah, to split it in half, you're just cropping it. So you can do that in the free version. Definitely not a fan of this all over. Just way too much for me, but I absolutely love the finished product of some people's work. However, I absolutely love your heat press, swing away, and pull out drawer. Perfect. Can you share where you purchased it and how much it runs? You have Heat Press Nation. You can also get it from Johnson's Plastics Plus. You won't get 15% off, but if you, and this is why I can't stand butcher paper. I left my parchment paper at your house, Mother, but this is why I can't stand butcher paper. It still goes through because that area was pressed twice. It still went through. I hate that about butcher paper. That so freaking sucked. I'm coming from my parchment paper, lady. But Heat Press Nation, Johnson's Plastics Plus, Florida Flex has some. There's a lot of places that have it, and they are the same price no matter where you go. They are $2,000. Is it $2,250? I think, or $2,500, $2,250. I think it is somewhere around there, but they're pretty pricey. 30 seconds, and I noticed your press is at 364. That's awesome. That 400 is killing me, and my little room feels like a sauna. Well, all of our paper, it's not so much the heat press. Our paper allows you to sublimate at 365 degrees. As long as your heat press is outputting that, you can sublimate 365 degrees, 30 seconds with Honestly Speaking sublimation paper. We have the rolls. We also have sheets, which every time I wanted, I don't see it. I keep moving my paper around. to show you the cover sheet for our paper. I keep moving it, and I don't know where it went. But it's on our website, honestly speaking. See, HS Ink, that's our brand. And I'm about to, so if you want to see, just like on a regular shirt with the regular paper, I'm about to do 2 shirts because someone just ordered something last minute for a pop-up shop tomorrow. So I'm about to press 2 shirts right after this. I'll probably go over on Craftable Things and do them. But there's that. All right, there we go. She said, for real, what scene? Let's see. She said, see, I hate the intricate process, but love the finished product. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Girl, you make me want to go home and press up everything knowing it's not going to look that great. It will look that great, especially if you have some honestly speaking paper. It's going to look amazing. I'm sorry. It's going to look incredible. It's going to be great. Go home and press some ish. Thank you. She says, my customers will not get an all over shirt. I know that's right. And yeah, the press takes a few weeks to get, like a month to a month and a half. I will be ordering your paper on my next run. Thanks for that info. Check us out tomorrow. I will be live all day tomorrow. Look up there. See if that says August 28th. HS Ink Day. One incredible year. We launched our product line a year ago. Well, it was officially, everything was done on the 28th, but we went live on our website on September 5th, but that is our actual birth date. So that's our incredible year, August 28th. So that is going to be awesome, 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 awesome. On that day, I will be live all day long. I cannot wait to get up in the morning and I will be live. Then we're going to have a Zoom party. We can just hang out, chill, all that kind of good jazz, just chit chat and all that stuff. So we're going to do that one around like 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check out academy.silaholics.anonymous.com for the link to be able to join the Zoom party. That will be tomorrow around 6 or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to start. But I will of course, let you know because I will be live tomorrow pretty much all day long, making all sorts of different things on the live, chit-chatting, hanging, because it's HS Ink Day. We have some giveaways tomorrow. So tomorrow's going to be really fun. If you guys have time, don't expect you to sit on here all day with me, but I will be live pretty much all day long tomorrow because it is HS Ink Day. Your patience and attention to detail definitely shows in your final products. Thank you. Hey, thanks, Jesse. What ink do I use? Nothing but the best, honestly speaking. Sublimation ink. Our black is a true. Yeah. Oh. I just realized that my husband knocked on the door. I guess I hid it when I was looking for the paper. I'm sorry. But I was saying I'm using our Sublimation ink. Honestly speaking, Sublimation ink. Our black is a true black. So that is our black ink. Our ink comes in 140 milliliter bottles. So you get more bang for your buck. Where did it go out at? I don't know, because I was looking for some stuff. Where did my mic go out at? I just got mine at Stalls. Got a deal, 3 extra platinum covers for the 16, 20 platinums, 29. Yeah. Oh, you can get it directly from Stalls too. I mean, so those are other places, but it's a Stalls Hottronics Fusion IQ. So you can get it directly from Stalls also. I have that link in the description also. So Pro World has it. I have all those. Those are affiliate links. So if you guys use my links, I will get credit for it. So Pro World, Stalls, Heat Press Nation, all of them are in the description. Congrats, happy 1 year. We don't say anniversary around here. We say Inkiversary. So it's my 1 year Inkiversary. I am gonna get some sleep. Happy pre-inkable day. Yep, we have it all, and we have a lot more in store. I love the roll of paper to cut to size, but man, it's heavy. It is. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I went to go put the ink down and I touched the mic. She said, y'all gonna have to pay me for my mic check. Let's see. Do I need to download a color profile with your ink? Mess around and oh shoot. I keep saying that's why I always read it first. We can't mention that name over here. We don't mention that name over here. So let me go back and do that. Very disappointed. Even after downloading their profile, mad as hell. So which printer do you have? Which printer do you have? And what settings do you use? It's all about the settings. I use an Epson 7720. We do not use a profile. We do not use premium presentation paper matte. This was printed with the plain paper setting. These colors, plain paper setting, full saturation with plain paper setting. This is not premium presentation paper matte. And you see how gorgeous those colors are? So with any inks, if you change them out, it can affect the color because all inks are just slightly different. I tested out 9 different inks before I settled on the company that we went with. And a lot of it was because of how yellows came out and how grays came out. I did so much testing, like a whole lot of testing and trying to get the right formula. My black, I went back to them and made sure that that was set up properly to where it is a true black. I think that's where they get that photo black from because I was on a lot. So like now that's like a good formula to where most people's black is brown. And now when they have that 8550, they have photo black. It might be black in the cart, like in the bottle, but that's all you really need. There is no such thing as photo black sublimation paper, sublimation ink. But with the 15,000, it is a dye-based printer and not a pigment ink printer. So the color profile is going to be slightly different. But our there's a lot of people that use our inks in the 15,000 and they love it and they don't use any color profile and they are satisfied with the colors. Especially if you're filling in colors yourself, just use a color chart and you won't notice a difference whatsoever. I use high quality, which worked fine for me up until I downloaded that dang profile. So yeah, I don't recommend that. So I recommend plain. Let me get the link for the print settings. So watch my video. Doesn't matter which ink you use. Make sure you take that off. Take that profile off, completely clear it from there. Just use the Epson. So if you're printing like from Photoshop and all of that, it's just going to say Epson IJ07, and then your color profile that should be there. It should be like SBR, RGB, and like a whole bunch of numbers. So it's like the standard profile, and then it should just be, or it'll say Epson IJ07. So that's what you want it to be at when you're on Photoshop, Illustrator, Affinity Photo, Affinity Designer, all of that. Just have it on the regular standard one, and you're going to use these settings. Plain paper, bright white, set to high quality. Well, set to quality, even on a Mac. Do not use best quality on a Mac. It is horrible. Watch my video from Monday. It's horrible. You want to use quality, and then quiet mode for the color profile or the color correction or color mode, whatever it is. Adobe RGB 1.8. Adobe RGB 1.8. High speed, does not matter if it's on or off. Of course, mirror, and then your density with art paper, you want to put it at least -10 so that it doesn't drop down so much ink. But the colors are going to be beautiful. My reds are orange, and when I finally got the red to look somewhat red, the yellow is looking green. Oh, I'm so mad. I wasted my money and purchased 2 sets of ink. Well, you may want to check out our site tomorrow and buy some ink. It's HS Ink Day. So print, and also go to our website, get the color profile, get the color chart. That way you will never be surprised when you are filling in colors. You won't be surprised because you have this chart that will be a great reference point. Especially if you're using Silhouette Studio. Now, if you're using Photoshop, Illustrator, it has a wider gamut for color, so that's going to be better for you. But if you're using Silhouette Studio, definitely get the color chart. And I have this printed on a tumbler. I have it printed out on felt sheets. So that's like that represents fabric. I have it printed and pressed to my glitter card stock. I have it pressed some of everywhere because materials look different. It looks different on all materials. It's like, girl, I love you. She says, y'all with the best. Tell a friend. Spread the word regarding all of the knowledge you receive over here. Is there going to be there's a sale going on tomorrow? Maybe. It's HS Ink Day. You use Silhouette? Yeah. Then definitely print out your color charts. And that's what I use. I use Silhouette. So. All right, y'all. I'm pretty sure Patrice is on right now. So I'm going to head on over there. And I need to press 2 shirts. So we're going to go and press some shirts. And while I hang out with my girl, Patrice, I think they sent me a new picture. What am I supposed to do with this? Hold on. All right. So now she has to email it to me because it was coming in as a web file. All right. So let's see. I have you in one ear and her in the other. Thank you. See you over there. I know this is off subject, but do you have a video on how to connect 2 cutters to the same PC? I just got a Cameo 4 15-inch. You will need Business Edition. Once you have Business Edition, you don't have to do anything other than just switch it to the other machine. So if I go back over here, when you go to send and you have Business Edition, you're going to see, hold on. You're going to see like a couple numbers right here. and you would click on that, and then you would select the other machine. I only have one connected right now, but this is where you would go. You'll look, it looks like a little portrait machine. It'll have 2, 3, 4, whatever, however many machines that you have, and you have to click on it and tell it which machine to send the design to. So it won't default to a design. The heck is this? It won't default not to a design. Oh my gosh. It will not default to a machine. You have to tell it which machine to go to. Yes, Craftable Things is on YouTube. That's my girl Patrice. So we hang out on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, pretty much every single Friday. So I'm going to go over there and hang out with her. That is my girl. Any video you need, just type a keyword under Silaholics Anonymous or Honestly Speaking on YouTube. Yes, definitely do that. If you're looking for something specific, it's best if you type in Silaholics Anonymous and then your keywords, or Honestly Speaking and your keywords. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos, so it's a lot to go through. If you just kind of randomly search, it may not come up. So on your YouTube search Silaholics Anonymous, put that first and then your keyword. And then same thing with Honestly Speaking. And I'm pretty sure some type of video will come up because I've been doing videos for 6 years, over 6 years. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. I shall talk to you guys later. Don't forget to visit the website shop.silaholics.anonymous.com for all of your HS Ink products, which I was trying to get back to it and I went to it on the wrong one. Got to look past my ring light here. There we go. And let's switch over to there. And visit my website, shop.silaholics.anonymous.com. For the newbies, if it's really set up really convenient, if you go to Workforce and you click on here, it will show you the ink set with your chip resetter. If you do not have a chip resetter, you definitely should have one. It prevents you from having those moments where you get that X in the middle of a print and it just stops and says cartridge not recognized. That is because the number of prints on your chip has run out. So you want to get a chip resetter, and then, or you can just get the inks, all 4 bottles, $68, but they are 140 milliliters. They are keyed for eco tanks. These are not 100 milliliter bottles, so don't be alarmed by the price. It's 140 milliliters. And then, of course, our sublimation paper, our paper on the roll. We only have a few of those left. Pretty sure for HS Ink Day, they'll probably be sold out, and the next batch won't be in for about 40 days or so. And then, of course, your color charts, the heat tape. We have some templates. More templates are going to be added, especially after this month is over with, because I'll be able to go back to my regularly scheduled programming and my regular life and doing the stuff I'm supposed to do for my website. But this month has just been crazy. And yeah, so there's that. Everything on our website, and then our Academy site. You can visit there for classes on Silhouette Studio. Also, go here, create an account, because I'm always doing giveaways. If you want to be a part of the giveaways tomorrow for free classes, scholarships to my membership programs, then you need to have an account on academy.silaholics.anonymous.com. The direct link is in the description of the video. So you want to have an account there, because I do giveaways. And if you don't have an account, you miss out on your opportunity to get free access to a class. And this is where you will go to get access to our Zoom party tomorrow to celebrate HS Ink's our INKCREDIBLE first year. So I really don't remember how wide it is. I'm not even going to tell a lie as far as how wide it is. I just know that it's big. It's the one that's used for, like, it was from the hardware store, like where you put it on the floor. So it's probably 48. I don't know if it's bigger than my mat here. The way that this is, it may have been 36. Nah, it was probably 40 something, because this is already at 36. So it's probably 40 something. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I really don't remember. Thank you again. Love your lives. people. Her class on sublimation seminar was awesome. What are you waiting on? I have learned so much just starting out. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm going to go so I can go hang out with my girl and press these 2 shirts. All right, y'all. I should talk to you later. Until next time, guys. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? Yep, it's been a year already. She says, I knew you called this the Inkiversary, but I thought I was just hearing stuff. Nope, it's our Inkiversary. Inkiversary. It's our Inkiversary. It's our Inkiversary. Hey. I'm so excited for tomorrow, y'all. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Okay, let me stop. All right, y'all. Until next time, continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.